See, when I do the countdown, I get in trouble. I'm sitting here with my countdown like 5, 4, 3, 2, and then the FBI comes knocking at my door.
What is it you pray for?
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Greetings, salutations, and welcome to the 149th episode of Abyssal Musings. My name is Samuel the Infamous. Joining me here, my co-hosts, Lawrence Knight.
What do y'all want?
And Abe.
Yo, what's going on?
I'm just skipping right past that. And we're here tonight with the penultimate show before our 150th show. Where that's right, we're 1 week away from 150, 150. So looking forward to that. But meantime, you get to put up with us tonight. How's that grab you?
Yeah.
Hopefully it grabs you hard. And squeezes.
Indeed.
Hey, look who's back.
Oh, she pops in. She's been popping in when she can.
And Zillage is here.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised Zillage is here because I did my level best to offend him in a group chat on Twitter here.
I know. I saw. I saw. That's why I really didn't make a comment. I've been watching what's been going on in that chat all day, including a certain young former male prostitute who sold himself for $20. Get into it with a green anti-liberal.
Yeah, it is what it is. I don't know. To be honest with you, this is gonna sound kind of fucked up, but unless I'm directly in that chat group, lately, I mostly keep the notifications off. So I don't.
Yeah, I only pop in.
It's your chat group.
I know.
I only pop in every now and then because Sam, you and Shadow just write so many love letters to each other. It's ridiculous.
Right. It's terrible. We're so sappy and it's just the grossest thing ever.
And like teenage girls.
Yeah. No, the issue for me is I'll go to bed, right? And I go to bed way later than the rest of y'all, except Abe and Anna. But I go to bed pretty late, right? It's like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, my time when I go to bed, right? And I put my phone away. And when I wake up, I go to turn my alarm off, and I have 7,000 notifications starting at 5 a.m.
Yep.
So yeah, I started muting it a little bit. I still pay attention to it. I was like, I don't need all the notifications popping up on my fucking phone all the time.
Yeah. Understandable.
So
I thought it was funny. I was like, okay, well, these two are obviously going into it. And then I saw Zillage pop in and give his 2 cents every once in a while. And I was just like, okay.
Yeah. So, but we are glad you're here, Zillage. We're glad everybody's here. I'm going to go ahead and greet everybody who is here real quick, and then we'll get on with what we have for you tonight. We've got BTK in first. Like and subscribe. Don't let them control your life. So I'm confused as to what you mean by them. Do you mean us, or do you mean the hypothetical capital T quotation marks them? That would be my question. Because I could be a them. But thank you, man. Thank you, and thanks for being here. Obviously Zillage is here. I do appreciate you being here. Aaron, Laura, as always, good to see you, and thanks for popping the social links in the chat there. Appreciate it. We've got old Blindy in the chat. Howdy. Good to see you, my man. And I think that's everybody who's not currently on panel. So if you're out there, we are live on Twix, Rumble, and YouTube. If you're in any of those places, drop a comment. Let us know you're here. Meantime, Larry, what do we got tonight?
Well, before we get to tonight, let's have some. We'll have got some announcements going forward. So I didn't realize. I knew that the 150th was coming, but I didn't realize it was next week. I forgot that it was next week. So now that makes it different. Next week should be more of next week can't be a normal show, man. It can't be. We've got to do something. Maybe invite a couple of people over. In fact, if I had given better thought to it, eh, I might have, yeah, I probably would have done the quiz when I did. But I'm looking at doing some, some different stuff. Just give us some variety. Um, but
It'll be a celebration.
yeah, we've got to do something next week. We've got to do something.
Yeah. It'll be a
So
celebration.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna hit the gonna hit the brainwaves hard this upcoming week, so that everybody can have fun, we can relax, but also all do something together. Um, so stay tuned, folks. We will surprise you with something next week.
Oh, shit! Hold up. Um, I don't know how to answer that.
Aaron, go for it. I'll answer it. If it makes him uncomfortable, I'm all for it.
Hell yeah.
Fine.
Now, if you're asking him out on a date, the answer is yes. We will gladly ship him to Canada.
I want to do a quick flasher of what I sent you. I mean, I would maybe word that differently, but
Wait a minute, did she? Aaron, if you did what I think you did, we can't show that on YouTube.
it's nothing dirty. I just have to dig it up because it's not sitting anywhere. It's sitting in an email.
Well, how you're not that evil? Well, how unfortunate for Sam.
Just like
Yeah.
the wording, man, the wording.
Flash
Yeah,
a brew.
give me a minute to do that while Larry,
Give you
let's
give
all
you a
know
minute.
we're into it.
You want us to give you a minute?
Shut up, you. And then
59,
do the talking.
58,
He needs a minute.
Talk,
He
Fifty-seven.
needs
talk
a
to the
minute.
chat.
56,
Jesus Christ,
55, 54.
y'all some
You said
pedantic sons of bitches. You know that.
Shut your green ass up and get the thing.
Well, at least he needs a minute instead of 38 seconds, so that's something.
While I get that
37,
ready, Larry, what are we
36.
in for tonight?
We're for whatever Aaron Laura sent after we give you the last 20 seconds. 20, 19, 18,
Oh.
17, 16.
Come on, Sam, you can do it.
I'm not even on the right fucking account on here. You have to.
Come
give
on,
me,
Sam,
a
you can
little
do
longer
something
than that.
right.
You know what? Go fuck yourself. How's
Yeah,
that sound?
I know what. He's a nice guy. 5, 4, 3.
Oh, I ain't adhering to any arbitrary
2,
countdown. Kiss my
1.
fucking
You
ass.
gay.
We can't. It's too hairy. We can't find it.
You can't-
We can't tell if that's your back
I
or
mean,
your
at
neck
this
or your
point,
ass.
calling somebody in our circle gay is like that means nothing unless you catch them.
I know, right?
You know, as far as I know, the only one who actually is Dermy. So
Probably. Yep.
Oh,
God damn.
Dermy likes the ladies too. You know.
sometimes he also likes the boys that look like ladies.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
yeah.
Well, that ain't me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, this is gonna take a little bit longer than a minute because I'm not even in the right fucking account.
I'm about to say, Dermy. I mean, if that's not me, that's a big boy to set his sight, to set his sights on you in a loving way. I mean, especially if you're little, you try to run, all he got to do is just lean over and fall on you, and you ain't going nowhere.
Oh, that's some
It'd be
bear
like
action
that.
for sure.
Hey, I don't know, Abe, I don't know if you've ever seen the old Bugs Bunny cartoons. I don't know if they ever showed it in the UK, but they had Bugs
Yeah.
Bunny. The cartoons had that abominable snowman, and I could see Dermy being, he grab Bugs Bunny and he grab him and or Daffy, and he'd be like, "Oh, my very own bunny rabbit, I will love him and squeeze him and hug him and peg him and
And peg him.
and he's hugging and squeezing him, and
Holy shit.
Daffy's like, "Please stop, you're hurting me." I'll stroke his feathers and his bill and rub his bill. That's
Holy
dirty.
shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Grandpa Sam. Oh, okay. That's a nickname that even I can't use. Hey, were you on SITV when I forget who it was, but somebody in the chat called him Sammy Chan. And it took about a month for him to get everybody to stop calling him that. I can't remember who it
Oh, I
was that was
don't
calling him
know.
that.
Maybe.
I
Who
mean,
was
and
it?
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it with the intent. I have no intention on picking it back up because I mean it was like 2 years ago. I think almost at this
It was
point.
last year, and it was Shaka Zulu.
That's who it was.
He still calls me that when he sees
Oh.
me.
Mm,
Well, to me,
Sammy
I was
Chan.
just like, I called him. I called it. I said it to him a couple of times, but after that, I was done. I was like, it just kind of seems kind of weird calling him that because he's way
It's a
too
little
old to be a
gay.
Chan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, he's way too old to be a Chan. Now, unless the guy is calling
Yeah.
him that is 100 years old.
It'd be like calling him senpai or something. It's just.
Well,
Mm,
well, Sammy Chan means like it's like boy or it's it's a junior title normally said to
yeah.
somebody, normally said by somebody who's
If it
older.
was Sammy-san, that'd be fine.
Yeah, Sammy-san is fine, but he
Yeah.
doesn't like. But people, and here's another unknown fact. He doesn't like being called Sammy either, which is why I try not to call him that.
That's fine. You're Larry-san and I'm Abe-san.
Yeah, and
We're all good.
Sam is Samsung, like the phone like the phone I got is Samsung.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the roast of Samuel the Infamous. We're going to be shitting on him for the next hour or two.
It's fine. I can ignore it.
And then get some wet wipes, Sam, because you about to be covered in. No, I'm just kidding. But no, in all seriousness, so folks, tonight's going to be a short one. I know I always say that, but it has to be because all of us are going to be on Bells of Pup tonight. Devil may not be here with us. He, in fact, was asked a favor by Dermy, and I just kind of told Devil, I was like, "Hey, man, we're tonight's going to be a short one anyway, because we all know what'll happen if we do the full length of our show, and then I go on to Beelzebub. About halfway through, they're going to hear snoring.
Yeah.
So I don't want that because I would say, with the exception of 2 times, every time that I've gone on to that show, I have fallen asleep. I have fallen
Yeah.
asleep. I fell asleep, and the last time I fell asleep on the Beelzebub, I fell asleep mid sentence and woke up an hour later.
Holy shit.
So,
Okay.
I don't want to do that. That is bad enough. I fall asleep on our own show. Especially the last time I fell asleep, I did the whole show asleep. I was given a presentation and everything, and I was asleep.
That was
I
pretty,
don't even
it was
remember
pretty
the show.
epic.
Yeah.
I don't know how I pulled that off because the next thing I knew, well, first I knew we were about a couple of minutes into the show, and I was telling everybody what we had in store. Next thing I know, it's 10 a.m. Saturday morning, and I'm still in my gaming chair.
Yeah.
Sleep presenting. Nice.
Yeah. So I did find the thing. I had to, unfortunately, download all of those files onto my phone and then send them to my other email so that I could bring it up because my computer's not tied into that. It's a whole process anyway, but it's done now, so I could show them. So
Holy shit.
yeah, everything's convoluted. I have too many email addresses and I have them for specific reasons, but because of that, shit gets complicated sometimes. So yeah. So you might remember, well, I think it was last week, right? Where Amira was really leaning into that whole vampire thing, right? It's like, I'm gonna need a screenshot
Yeah.
of that.
Well, she doesn't have to lean into something that she actually is.
Right. But you remember when she put her hand up like a claw, right? And look right at the camera.
Yeah, is this what I think it is?
Uh-oh.
You only saw one
I
of them.
saw it.
Man. You saw one of them. Aaron sent me like 5.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
So I said I need a screenshot of that with "the blood is the life" on it somewhere.
Yeah, I remember that one.
All right. So
Nice.
here's the Aaron did some quick editing and had these sent to me like within an hour, I'm sure, but I didn't see it till the next day. So this is the first one. It says the blood is the love. And there's some like weird kind of like blending because she's trying to mirror the image to get the both hands up.
Yeah.
But it sort of works, man. It sort of works. We got The Blood is the Life book. This is the first version of that. The one you saw, Larry, is not this one. But that's good. I love that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Here's an image of I may not have gotten all of them. I hope I did. Here's the one I was really looking for though. This is the one that I sent to Larry and Amir. Amir was like, "Oh hell no!"
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this one's my favorite of all of them because it's got Larry and Abe there on headstones and Devil's in the tree, and I'm up here in the foreground, and then there's obviously the mirror to mirror at the top.
Nice.
And Devil leaning down. He's the one saying, "The blood is the life."
Right. It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Hey, the blood
Anyway,
is the
thank you
life.
for
Yeah,
this, Aaron, because it made my day.
yeah, the blood is the life. Tell that to me and Ed. And me and Abe, we're dead. We're dead now.
Right? Oh, we did.
But I guess it meant her life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now, as for tonight, so I'm constantly coming up with new stuff, but I've come up with something called Memes of the Night. And I'm going to show a couple. And then we have a couple of news articles, but they are on the spooky side of things. And I figured, you know what, we might as well slip in one or two because it is the spooky season. And then we've got some scary story TikToks that I pulled out. And then we can end it from there. But yeah, we're making good time. So, but this first one I want to show you. So, I don't know if you guys plan on dressing up for Halloween. My costume is just about done. I just need the pants that I'm looking for, and I'll be ordering that shortly. But everything else came in. So on Halloween, my camera will be on so that the world can bear witness to Darth Void.
Oh.
But for those of you who don't know what to get, who don't know what to dress as, Aaron, Lauren, please don't do this to yourself because you would need to get a fat suit. Number one.
I was gonna say she's in way better shape.
Yeah, Aaron, you would.
Top comment, Kamala Harris.
Yeah. But yeah, Aaron, you would be burning up. You'd have to get a fat suit, and then all that hair you'd have to put.
There go my plans. Though somebody ought to tell Wonder Woman that those cones are supposed to be pointing at the ground.
Yeah.
Gravity, man. Gravity.
Yeah.
Like if her hair can be that buoyant, so can her tits. That's all I'm saying.
Well, they could, but yeah.
Who the fuck thought this would be a good costume idea?
I mean, you can
Ginger
see
S.
sake.
Ginger S.
God damn.
Somebody
her
put
bloomers
Kamala
are peeking out from under it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That second coming. Oh my god.
POV my grandmother when she says she's cool. Yeah, no. My wife dressed up as Wonder Woman last year. It came out pretty good. She dressed my daughter up like that too.
Nice.
Now, the next one. Now, this person isn't dead. But
that's a great way to start a sentence off.
he's gonna die someday. And if he does, he'll most likely turn into this.
Oh, fucking hell.
I'm just not. Who is that?
That's Diddy.
Is that? I never see him without his fucking glasses, man. I have no idea what his eyeballs look like.
Yeah, that's P. Diddy.
That's Asper the Oily Ghost.
Yeah.
Have you seen that he's just recently requested to be moved to Fort Dix?
Well, I imagine that he's probably. I mean, shoot, he's in what, Rikers? Who wants to be at Rikers?
Yeah. He
Rikers
keeps
is
getting
so
beat the
bad.
fuck up, and he wants some sort of protection. And so, of all places, he's requested Fort Dix. The king of oil requested Fort Dix.
The oil baron.
Yeah. The Lord of Diddy parties. Fucking hell.
The oily. Well, I guess the oil dried up where he's at. He probably figured. Well, I
Oh,
mean,
it's all dry where he is.
yeah, I mean, certain facilities are better than others, and Rikers has a horrible, horrible reputation from what I've read as far as the way that place is kept. So,
Yeah.
and also, I mean, the guy's done. He's in for 4 years. I was shocked that he got that much time because the more serious accusations against him got tossed. So when he got 4 years, and if I remember correctly, there was a plea deal, and the judge tossed the plea deal and said it said that it wasn't good enough and slapped him with 4 years.
So
Yeah.
he's going into Gen Pop, right?
Oh no! After what he did, especially the Cassie, no. Somebody, what'll end up happening is, he'll be wearing lipstick. From what I understand, inmates
They'll
don't
dom her.
take. Yeah, inmates don't take too kindly. From what I understand,
Yeah.
I've never been arrested. I've been in prison. Thank God. I pray that never happens. But they don't take too kindly to people who beat up women or do things to minors. So
I've been around plenty of convicts, and that is 100% true. There is a hierarchy,
yeah,
and there are certain things you just don't fucking do, and he did them. That's why I asked if he's going into Gen Pop, because honestly, if he is,
I
it's not
doubt
going
it.
to matter how
He's
many years
dead.
they give him, because they're
Yeah,
going to
he's
dom
dead.
him. They're going to beat him to death.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing too, before they do that, they're going to extort him for as much money as they can get from him because they're going to make the assumption that this guy is still rich, and he probably is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
Well,
gonna
on
and
the
they gonna
flip
beat the
side,
hell out of him. They gonna straighten him out and not the way he wants.
Yeah.
Before they
when
take
he's
him
in
out.
ghost form, he won't need the oil. He can just go right up there.
But apparently he needs it. He
So
needs it for them. That's
Yeah.
everybody's got their method.
the thing
The
about
oil
Ghost
is the
oil.
life, Abe. The oil is the
Yeah.
life.
the thing about not harming women isn't as prevalent because a lot of the guys in there are in there for something similar to that. In terms of like murder and beating them and that sort of thing. Rape, on the other hand, generally is looked very down upon. People don't respect rapists. They don't, share things with them. They look for excuses to beat them up, kind of thing. People who do things to children don't survive. Period. It's just the way that it is. Now, your average run-of-the-mill serial killer, right, who may have targeted women, they will most likely leave alone because those guys are scary as shit.
Yeah.
But in Diddy's case, Diddy's gonna get some of his own medicine. He goes into Gen Pop.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna be worse than castor oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron. He's gonna get rights. He's gonna get lefts. He's gonna get right fist, left fist.
He's going to go diagonal.
Yep. And then they really gonna hurt him is most men that's in that situation they'll bend him over. He won't even get that because they know he likes it.
I mean, this guy right here, this guy is exactly the kind of thing that brings like the Muslim Brotherhood and the Aryan Nation together.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
It 100% is. So yeah, he'll be He'll be turning into Asper pretty soon. He's probably asking to go to 4 days. My guess is they're gonna put him in protective custody because they know putting him in Gen Pop, he's gonna get robbed. He's gonna get robbed, and he's a dead man
Yeah.
walking, and they know it.
Yep.
They know it.
Mm-hmm.
And his family will sue because they're going to say that it was done to him on purpose because his trial was so high profile and all the accusations. They're going to say that he was put in Gen Pop on purpose to be killed.
No, and this village is right. They're not going to have any oil either. What they will do is say the same thing that this guy I used to work with years ago used to say
No,
when he
vegetable
would
oil.
spy look in his eye. He'd say, "Just think of the blood as lubrication, boy."
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Zillich, they'll have vegetable oil and they'll pour it down his butt, fresh off the skillet, hot off the skillet. So
I mean, that actually sounds like
Yeah.
something they might do. Like if you remember right, like what happened to Dahmer is they basically sodomized him to death with a broken mop handle.
is that what they did to Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yeah, that's what they did to him. They shoved it up his ass repeatedly until he died, and it was the broken end.
I was going to say they'd probably pour the
I
oil
didn't know
in,
that.
let him cook for
Yeah.
about 5 minutes, and
Dahmer
then
went out
go in.
hard.
He was hard while they were doing that to him.
No, I mean like he died hard. Not sexually hard. I mean it was a hard.
You just
way to
said
die.
Larry,
it again.
he
so
was
he
hard
died
as
hard.
hell.
He was hard when he died.
You know damn well what I meant by that.
No, I don't.
He went full Bruce Willis and he died hard.
Yeah, it's a bad way to go. That's what I was.
They
getting
said, "Welcome to the party, pal," and shoved it. Wow.
at. He should count his lucky blessings. They didn't fucking cook him and eat him.
Well,
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Well, if they're gonna do that by method, he would have to be black. Remember, it was the young black men that he was savoring and saving. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying, but really it's just about making him suffer what he did to others.
I mean, I get it, but like I said, he wasn't black, so they're not going to cut his butt cheeks off and put them in the prison freezer for later.
No, and most
feed
of
him to
those
later.
guys aren't cannibals anyway, so they wouldn't be doing that shit. But
Well,
like,
they would feed it to him.
It depends how low the rations are.
But yeah, that mop handle thing that was a pretty brutal way to die, and I mean it's kind of like the prisoner equivalent of like you know how the old Vikings, if they didn't respect you, after they killed you, they cut your head off and they'd shove it up next to your ass.
Yeah.
Like put your nose right between your own ass cheeks.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The Blood Eagle was the worst one.
Right. But you usually got the Blood Eagle. I mean, there was some respect there. Like that.
Yeah, it was more of an honorable death. You were still going to die horrifically, but it was still vaguely honorable.
Yeah, as long as you didn't scream during the process, you were supposedly going to go into Valhalla, unless, of course, it was done as a punishment, as opposed. I mean, it is a punishment, and it isn't. It's a whole thing. There's a bunch of shit that goes along with that. But yeah, if you were just wanting to disrespect somebody, right? You just straight up ice them and then cut their head off and stick it up between their legs and leave them like that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Did you ever witness it?
Did I ever witness it? No, I'm not quite that old.
I've seen things like that in Africa. It's like if
Are you
someone,
quoting that song by Toto?
no,
like rains down in Africa. Fuck.
it's no, it's like if you're accused of something incredibly heinous in like African villages, they will fucking go to town on you, and I mean not like the whole village.
Like
they'll
imagine
cut your parts off and they'll
I
shove
wonder
them
if
in
they
your
like
mouth.
if they like yell and like they do the
Can you imagine
While they're
how
doing it.
heinous it has to be for them to fucking go after you like that? I mean, you're talking about a place where people will walk into town and chop somebody to pieces with a machete because they're a ginger or an albino.
One of
You
the
know?
worst ones I think I probably ever saw was probably one of the most horrific things I've seen, but also the funniest at the same time. So somebody was accused of, like, you know, diddling kids. They were doing some, you know, diddy action. So he got lynched by the village and he got decapitated. Then they cut off his genitals. They stuffed them in his mouth, and then they stuffed his head with his genitals sticking out of his mouth up his ass.
That sounds like some old school Slavic shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
it
thought, that's a bit much. That's a bit much.
Well, they were. Well, I mean, they were telling him basically that they hated him and told him to go screw himself. So they made sure he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I think there comes a point like where you die in the process, and the rest of that is just mutilating a corpse. But really, it's about making an example
Yeah.
out of somebody.
Yeah, most of
You
it's
know,
just for demonstration purposes, really, just to send a
Right.
message to everyone else.
It's like Mussolini when they executed him, they hung his body up on a wall and let everybody he ever pissed off ever, which pretty much was his entire country, shoot him and kick
Yeah.
him and spit on him, and then they paraded his mutilated corpse through the streets as an object lesson to anybody else who was getting ideas above their station.
Yeah. And 15 years before that, he was the savior of the nation.
Yeah,
What a fucker.
I mean, he invented fascism.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, that's it just strikes me as odd though that they go to such extremes to punish somebody for egregious crimes like that in parts of sub-Saharan Africa because, and again, I know that like all the different areas and tribes and regions and whatnot are all different from each other, right? Like I
Yeah.
mean, if there's a river that runs between two tribes, you're gonna have two entirely separate and distinct cultures, right, on either side.
Yes. Very
Um,
much so.
But y'all do know that they only made rape illegal in Somalia like 10 years ago.
That doesn't surprise me.
Which is why I
Mhm.
say it has to be real fucking bad for them to come after you like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So if you've done it, you better take your butt to Djibouti.
Mm-hmm.
Take your booty to Djibouti.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
and you're
Probably
probably
why
gonna
they
get it
named
in
it
the
that.
booty for what you did. But anyway, moving on. So, um, those of you who are ghost hunters, I present to you an opportunity to make money. So apparently, there is the oldest and most haunted hotel in Las Vegas is offering one brave soul $5,000 to investigate potential paranormal activity. Now, if I don't know, Sam, I don't know if you've ever heard about this. There are videos circulating around YouTube about Las Vegas being intentionally destroyed. That the corporations that own the hotels have raised costs, have raised prices. And at first, with the first video, I thought it was just somebody, like clickbait, somebody just trying to make money. But a whole bunch of these videos are popping up with video proof. Like, for example, a hamburger will run you $35. Somebody got charged $50 for a bottle of water.
Fucking hell.
They've closed casinos. They've closed entire gaming sections. They've altered the games, certain games, so that there's virtually no chance of you winning. So, like Russian roulette, it would start with 1-0, possible for you to hit, and then they added double zeros. And then I think they said sometime around a few years ago, they added 000 wheels, and people were just getting destroyed because the odds were they were completely in the hotel's favor. And so what they're saying is that a lot of these executives got together and realized that for all of the $10 buffets and everything that they do to try to bring in a whole volume of people, they could make more money per year just getting in the ultra rich and solely catering to them. And so people are going to these hotels and they're empty, not knowing that on the third floor there are private gambling games going on where they were saying in some cases rich people have gone up there and have literally gambled half of the buildings and businesses that they own on the strip. And these hotels are making twice in a year. They're making more in a week than they were making in a year. And so they're basically now just giving the middle and lower class the middle finger and they're trying to make it so that Las Vegas, like the Strip, is only the ultra rich can afford to even set foot in a place. So that's why it kind of shocks me to see this that some haunted hotel in Vegas is offering 5 grand to investigate it. Um,
That doesn't seem like enough money.
it,
Mm.
the El Cortez. Well, that's why hence my little my speech about Vegas. Um, the hotels that
So
are
it's
doing all that stuff. You're talking about like the Luxor, like the really big hotels. These
so it
small
says
ones,
in the hopes of winning a $5,000 prize.
yeah. Thrill seekers up for the challenge will have the opportunity to apply to spend a week inside El Cortez Hotel and Casino hunting down ghosts in the hopes of winning a $5,000 prize. Only one lucky soul will be chosen by casino.org to participate.
And they will
So,
never
Doesn't even look
return.
that big.
It's not. It's like I mean, maybe 2 stories, maybe uh a quarter of a city block kind of thing. It's not a big hotel. Here's the thing is like they're essentially asking you to play casino games without going to a casino, right? Like this whole thing is a gamble, right? You put your name in a hat and you're
Yeah.
chosen by lottery apparently, and you might get $5,000 out of it, might, if you're chosen, right? I mean, look, Vegas, people have been getting iced in horrific ways in Vegas for 100 fucking years, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's lots of opportunities to ghost hunt in Vegas, in and
Mhm.
around it. Like yeah, it seems like if that's really something that you want to do, then I mean, go ahead and do it and all that stuff. But I mean, 5,000 seems kind of low.
yeah, I think it's a publicity stunt trying to get some traffic there because, like I was saying, the giant hotel chains have destroyed tourism. They probably these small hotels, they can't afford that. They're killing those small hotels, and they probably know that they're doing it. So the El Cortez is just trying. I think they're trying to get traffic back, but also these large hotels. Um, People aren't really tripping off of that because the Indian gaming, casinos have taken off. And Atlantic City, seeing what's going on in Vegas, is fully capitalizing on it. So these Vegas leaders, they can do what they want, but regular people are there's plenty of other places to go. But for hotels like the El Cortez, they're probably in a lot of trouble right now, and so
Well,
they're
most
grasping
likely.
at straws.
I
They're
mean,
grasping at straws to get some traffic over there.
if it's really the oldest hotel in Vegas, right? Then if they really want to save the place, if that's what it looks like it's going to go under or whatever, they need to apply for historical status.
Yeah, and get it as a listed building.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they're gonna do that. But if they want to make any renovations, they're gonna catch hell trying to do it. But like you said, it keeps them open.
Hi, Mary.
Oh, hello.
Yo, yo.
Um, we're glad you're here, Amira, because there's something you need to see, something you missed.
Uh-oh.
I gotta. Okay, well, you're gonna have to give it a little bit because I gotta go find it again because I closed all those tabs.
Well, while
Just
he's
use your
doing that,
history. God damn it.
while he's doing that, Amira, the El Cortez Hotel, and actually, and this is another good reason why I'm glad you're here, because with the circles that you travel in, you probably know what's going on in Vegas right now on the Strip. Um, there's a lot of YouTube videos going on right now saying that the Vegas is being intentionally destroyed by the hotel owners because they are now courting the ultra rich. They've realized that they're getting more money
I
from the
bet.
ultra rich in a week than they were getting in a year from catering to the catering to the middle and lower class. So I thought it was just clickbait at first, but a lot of these videos are now, from several different people starting to pop up in my feed, and they're like, hey, some of them are even in Vegas, and we're literally showing some of the prices. As I said earlier, some guy got charged $35 for a cheeseburger. Another guy got charged $50 for a bottle of water.
Well, hold on. With those words, there's a reason behind this, right? The reason behind it is because of the culture in Vegas. In Vegas, there's a culture of people coming from all around the world and thinking that they can do whatever they please and there's no consequences. They treat Vegas like a garbage can that they can put
Mhm.
their semen, vomit, pee, poo, all kinds of liquids into, and then just walk away like nothing ever happened. Well, welcome to
And I walked
Devil.
Hey, devil.
walk in and
Great timing.
pee and poo. What the
Yeah.
hell
You
are we
missed the
talking
semen.
about?
You missed the semen part, but yeah, there's a semen too. So people treat Vegas like that, and people believe that even prostitution is legal in Vegas. And then so you have a lot of low class people coming to Vegas, and they put their couple of dollars in together to get a hotel room in the Bellagio or the Wynn or the other one, Aria. They put their little dollars in, and they completely destroy the rooms, and they can't pay for it. So even if you take these people to court, they can't pay for crap. So now a lot of people are just starting to say, "Hey, you know what? We're going to outprice all of the all of the people who can't afford to destroy our crap."
Yeah, I kind of see
can
some
see
of
that.
that there. To be fair, though, Vegas is called Sin City for a reason, and it is kind of
Yes,
a
it can
shithole.
be Sin City, but you got to pay for that. If
Yeah,
you're too broke to pay
Mhm.
for it, you got to pay to play.
right. Well, that's why everything that's not on the strip is kind of a shithole. Like the
Yeah.
places where tourists don't go, where the residents actually live. It's not that great. It's just a desert town.
What
I've heard the
when we go to
opposite of that though. I mean, I know people that live
yeah
in Vegas, and they were like, people who live in Vegas don't even bother going to the strip, and they said there's other things to do out
yeah
there.
Well, I'm sure there
yeah
is. It's a
like
fairly sizable city, but
Yeah.
well, like if you ask Iron Oxide, because both him and Selena live there,
They live in
he
Vegas,
will
yeah.
tell yeah he will tell you that they never go to the strip. The only time they go to the strip like during the year is when we're all there for the meetup, and then they end up on the strip. Otherwise, most the people who live there stay away from that.
oh,
Um, and I completely understand why, because when we did go out into the more suburbs area, it was to me, it was like most cities. There was certain places that looked a little more trashy, certain places that looked a little nicer. But yeah, there's the tourist part, the kind of show part of Vegas, and then there's the real part of Vegas. And
well, sure. I'm aware of all of that, and like it works the other way around too. The tourists generally don't ever leave the strip unless they're
yeah,
leaving town, right? It kind of goes both ways there. So I'm aware of that. I just don't like Vegas. I've never liked Vegas. It's part of it is really gaudy, and the rest of it is kind of meh, and it's all in the middle of the fucking desert.
Sevi,
Yeah.
you know,
Hey, Seven.
I I thought you
I
were
said,
about to go into a whole diatribe about how badly you hate Vegas.
no, I think I hate Vegas covers it. you know,
Well, anyway, well, Devil, Amira, if you guys want to possibly make $5,000, the what's it? The El Cortez is offering 5 grand for one lucky Ghostbuster to come there and catch a ghost. Which was what my point was just before you came in, was that, as Amira explained, these corporations that own these hotels they're pricing everybody out. They're catering to the ultra rich, um, but these small hotels are probably they're collateral damage at this point, I think. And so the El Cortez, in my opinion, is grasping at straws and is trying to do anything to get some traffic over there. because the rank and file, middle to lower class, former patrons of the strip are now going to Atlantic City and to the Indian gaming casinos and stuff like that. So they're just like, okay, well, with no skin off our back, we'll just go over here, and as Amir said, we'll just go tear up their stuff over there. Um, but
Yeah,
if you want to make 5 grand,
well, that's why I'm saying that I think I mean this I get why they want to do something like this, but I honestly think they'd be better off getting it declared a historical site if it is the first hotel in Vegas, and like turn it again into kind of a museum.
Yeah.
Savvy's got a point, and they're paying for airplane tickets, yeah, and everything.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, yeah,
If
they
it's
are.
all expenses paid and you get 5 grand, I might rethink that whole it's too much or it's not enough
Well,
money.
Well, you hate.
Hell
Well, wait
yeah.
a minute,
Hell
Sav. You
yeah.
hate
I'll do
Vegas.
it.
But I like money, Larry.
but
well,
but you hate Vegas more than you like money. So
what
see, you're disqualified.
well, what the Vegas has become kind of in a way is it used to be you had what's the best way to say it? You used to have the whole wave of different things. You had the low level places where the power drinkers and people who just put the pennies in the slot machines went to, and you had the real luxury, real expensive hotels and stuff, the ones that catered to more high rollers and stuff like that. Now it seems like the divide has become you have the absolute low and the absolute high and nothing in between. You either have the casino hotels that are catering to the lowest level, the food is cheap, the games and machines are cheap, and that's who it's catering to. And then you have the real high ones, like you said, the Bellagio, that one that's supposed to be like what is it called? I can't even remember. Anyway, it has the wax museum out front and stuff. That place is really high class. And a lot of the middle stuff is just disappearing. It's just going away. So I think Vegas is becoming kind of that the two polar ends and not so much in the middle anymore.
It's going to be the veil of gambling towns.
Yeah, there you go.
That only makes
Yeah.
sense if you know ski towns. So I guess that was a bad analogy, but still.
Well, as I said, you know what? Look, places like Atlantic City is already taking advantage of it. They're already telling people, they're like, "Hey, Vegas is treating you guys like that. Come over here." The Indian gaming casinos, they're taking advantage of it, so people have a place to go. Um, and
I want to say something else, and
okay,
when you finish,
go ahead.
oh, I can go.
Yeah.
I want to ask you guys a question. You guys in chat, have you guys noticed something? Tell me you guys haven't noticed that everything is closing down. Um, I want to say like pharmacies, Walgreens, Rite Aids, um, uh, Kroger's, Walmart's, Fred Meyer's, Targets. All of those stores that cater to the average person are closing down, and they're shutting down, or they have plastic doors and boxes everywhere where you have to ask a cashier to help you for everything. Basically, you have to carry a cashier around with you through the whole store in order to
Or
pay
as
everything out. Things
yeah,
are closing down in mass. Hotels are starting to up their prices because people are just not they're not civilized anymore. People aren't respectful. People are are stealing more blatantly without care. It's not only in cities. I'm seeing it everywhere, even in the suburbs. I mean, I'm seeing it in the suburbs and the cities. Of course, in the rural towns, you're never going to have that because they never did have it in the first place. But in the cities and the suburbs, people, I mean, businesses are getting tired. They're either going all online or they're shutting down completely, or they're overpricing so that they can price out the people that are like that. I mean, it's sad to say,
yeah.
but have
I'm
you
seeing
guys noticed that?
I'm seeing it a
Yeah.
lot in cities that are, and I'm just going to be blunt, cities that are that are being run by heavily run by Democrats. Yeah, they're closing down left and right because of the laws. You got, if anybody is even arrested, the DAs are letting them out and refusing to prosecute them, or the
Thanks for coming
judge
by,
is
Sam.
letting them walk out. and it keeps happening.
Yeah.
Good night, Sammy.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by.
It, yeah, the stores, a lot of the stores, a lot of the shops are closing. Uh, Walmart and like you said, Kroger's, uh a lot of the pharmacy places are closing, or as Amira calls them, the places the poor's shop. Uh the reason why is 'cause a reason why is because we knew this was going to happen back when Amazon first started growing and stuff. Eventually, whatever is easiest is going to take over, and that's what it is. We're going to an all-line. It's just so easy to have stuff delivered to your house, your pharmaceuticals, your anything like that, just brought to your doorstep. It's really put in a crash on them. I do
That's
agree
not
with you.
why. That's not why though, Devin.
Well, here the thing
It's part of
is
it
this,
though.
the cities, the ones that are closing down, yeah, a lot of it is the theft, a lot of it is that stuff, but it's also the fact that when you close down all those kind of locations, even the ones in the good part of the city, the part where they're not getting robbed blind every day, can't sustain big companies. So these companies are either going to have to adjust to a much smaller model and just stay in the good areas and forget about the inner cities, or they're because you can't sustain a business as big as Walmart if you don't have stores every single place you can possibly. You close down all those stores, you're closing down a revenue source, and they end up collapsing in on themselves to an extent. The problem is in those big cities that you're talking about, there's never going to be anything that wants to go in there and replace it, because no store is going to take on the that situation. That's why it's a push towards socialism that's really driving this, because those cities are already talking about grocery stores that are ran by the city, and that's socialism. They're going to tell you what you can eat because they're going to decide what you can buy, what you can purchase in these stores, and they want that control. So that's the reason they're kind of pushing for this, to push all these actual stores out so that you can have government run stores, and they will tell you exactly what you can buy and what you can eat, what
Well,
the
it's
calorie count is, all that
Well,
different shit will be all under
it's
their
already
control.
it's already happened. In fact, um, I want to say it was Minnesota, but there was a government run store that opened up, and that sucker didn't last a week. The
Yeah,
people in the neighborhood let them know real quick. They were like, "We're not shopping there,"
Hmm.
and it closed down as fast as it opened.
yeah, because
what I find
government can't run anything efficiently,
yeah,
not even a grocery store.
what I find interesting about this whole thing though is that Walmart was part of what set this fucking thing in motion. Walmart and Amazon, between the two of them, right? I mean, there were other players, obviously, but those were the big ones. Those were the ones that pushed for, lockdowns, that pushed for, uh,
Yeah.
changing hours and making sure that you were always distanced and wearing stuff. That's like Amazon and Walmart made more money than anybody else on the planet in 2020.
I think Aaron Laura's is the one behind it.
Well, I mean, the other thing about that
It's
is just
possible.
do you guys remember the Amazon Fresh?
Yeah, Boosh.
Amazon Fresh?
Yeah.
Where they had their stores where it was so amazing because you could just go in, grab your stuff, and leave. You didn't have to go to a cashier, and people thought that that was the highest technology ever because they said, "Oh, the door scans whatever's in your bag and then charges your card." You know, you guys
Hmm.
Yeah,
remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So Amazon Fresh, you could just walk in. You logged into your Amazon account when you walked in, and when you could just
Hmm.
grab stuff and walk out. So people thought that that was the technology and so on and so forth. When it was revealed that they had centers in India of people who would watch you with the cameras and watch you as you shopped. So each person was assigned to a person who was a shopper. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
a
Hmm.
person in India was assigned to you when you walked in. So it wasn't actually technology. It was actually just basic
Somebody
technology.
watching you. Yeah.
Somebody
I mean,
watching you. It wasn't
that was
computers.
then. That was then. That could
So,
probably actually be doable now.
I mean,
but the thing is about it, the thing that I wanted to tell you guys is that that opened up the idea that maybe we could have a system where we could actually shop and you can take whatever you want and you still have to be charged no matter what. So you could technically
Hmm.
steal, but you'll still be getting charged.
Then you're not stealing, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
yeah. There's I think probably a semantic and maybe a legal difference there. I wonder what this says about me, because my initial reaction is obviously like, yeah, I don't like the idea of being surveilled. But when you say that they're like, centers in India with like walls of screens just watching people do this shit, yeah, they shouldn't be stealing. But also, those are jobs that could go to Americans. I'm just saying. Like we can spy on our own people just fine. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and I've been doing so very well for a long time.
Yeah.
No, we don't
by
need
the way,
to
Sam,
outsource that shit.
do you have those photos up before you forget?
I was gonna probably let it go unless you said something.
I know, that's why I'm saying
I
something.
thought as much.
Though, because I don't want to get yelled at because I didn't make them. I'm just sharing them. So, Mary, you remember that thing I sent you and Larry a couple of
Okay,
days
bye.
ago? Larry knew that shit would happen. He knew it.
Yep.
He's trying to get everybody but him in trouble.
No. I was just trying to get Aaron in trouble.
It doesn't matter. Sam's the one that's going to get bollocked for it at the end of the day.
Well, it's like,
That's even better.
See, here's the difference between you and me, Aaron, right? Amir has my fucking phone number.
And it's all great for me. Every time he gets yelled at, it's a good night for me. So I'm just like, well, it ain't me.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, there's.
Well, you can take it off. She's obviously upset. We don't want the lioness to she didn't come here to be harassed. But let's continue on. Well, let me ask you this. Moving on, staying on the topic. Devil, do you think that the El Cortez is grasping at straws, trying to get some traffic over there at that hotel?
Yeah. But I mean, every hotel has gimmicks. Some of them offer you free food, some of them offer you free gaming. But yeah, to sit there and if something is haunted, chances are it's not going to be a place where there's tens of thousands of people walking around every year, drunk and shit. I just don't think it would be noticed. So yeah, this is just a gimmick. They want a bunch of people to go there, gamble, and take some pictures of, look, does it look like that towel moved on its own? Type thing.
They'll have a wire on the towel and somebody with the camera pulling it.
Yeah.
Well, people want money. People want to get paid.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that as long as everybody's in on it, right? Like you're going there for an experience. You want a prize, and part of the prize is this tour, this ghost hunting tour, and it's almost like your own private, like little theme park ride or haunted house or whatever, right? As long as you're in on it, I don't really see an issue with doing stuff like that.
I just tried to apply for it, but it's US applicants only.
I mean,
God damn it.
Yeah, we're not really taking tourists at the moment. Maybe if you come in through the southern border.
Yeah, it's real cheap to get to Mexico,
Right? I don't know. That might be a little dicey right now too, though, because we went and shot a bunch of the cartel guys. So
a Green Ranger walking across the border with a sombrero is going to stick out really bad.
Yeah, you got to put a fake mustache on.
Yeah,
too,
but
like,
it might be so absurd.
Tell them you're Hakeem
They don't do anything.
Tell them you're Hakeem. Oh, did you see Hakeem Jeffries try to pull the angry black man card, like with a whole bunch of cameras around, like after
the band and why
behind the shutdown because the Republicans were basically they were live telling the truth about Schumer's causing the shutdown and all the stuff that's going on. And I guess one of them had mentioned something Hakeem Jeffries had did or something's going on, and he walks out, and the press is with them, right? And they're in Congress, they're in the hallway in the Congress building, and this fool walks up to him, talking about keep my name out your mouth, and it was like, oh well, you doing what your daddy Trump did. Like tries to pick a fight with this guy with all the cameras around, and I'm looking at him, I'm like this. I call him Timu Obama, the discount politician. I was like, my 2-year-old could whoop this dude's butt, and he's jumping in and he's getting in this guy's face, and he's doing it at a time where everybody's got black fatigue, including black people,
I
and we're
mean,
having to deal with this whole, the whole just the crap that that's going on right now, and this idiot tries to pull a stunt because he wants to look tough to the communist base that is chasing after him and Schumer and everybody else, and is trying to destroy everything.
I mean, he's not even Timu Obama. He's like Spirit Halloween Obama, right? I mean, Obama had Obama at least at the very
Asper.
least, like say whatever else you want about the guy. Guy's a piece of shit, but he had like real mob money back in his commie ambitions, and he was a smooth talker. Jeffries looks like he's about to have a fucking spurg attack,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spartacus was more like the Timu Obama.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to expect him to have a grand mal seizure one of these days in front of the cameras just because he's got himself so worked up. You know?
I just thought it was dumb. I was like, man, this
Yeah,
idiot. When you think he can't make himself look any stupider.
it's sad that you can see a clear differentiation between black conservatives there in Congress and black liberals there in Congress. Black liberals in Congress, they always have to run back to their black identity as a crutch to try to get any attention, right? They'll start talking with the accents. They'll freaking sit there and talk about their oppression, how I know what it's like to go through that, even though I grew up in a middle class neighborhood and never,
Yeah, for real.
ever's been to the inner city. But all the black conservatives, when they're up there talking, when they're up there on camera, when they're up doing their stuff, it's never brought up. It's never it's never like they don't go, oh, time to start
Yep.
talking black. Oz knows about Ma's people. Like they don't have to they don't have to pull that shit. They just are themselves 100%. And the left tries to tear that down by saying well, they're white. They act white and shit. No, they're just acting themselves. They
Larry
don't
Elder
have to
comes to
use
mind.
their
Yeah,
color
they're
as a
acting like
crutch.
rational people.
Yeah, it's this real sad thing. And then the crappy thing is even the white liberals will start getting in on it, as we've seen with Ocasio Cortez. What do they call it? Code speaking or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
Code switching.
Code
Yeah.
switching. There you go. Even Hillary Clinton's done it.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
this
but it's
with
funny when she
hot
does
sauce
it.
in my purse.
yeah.
I
It's,
take hot
come to-
sauce everywhere I go.
it's very entertaining when she does it.
I come too far to help people commit suicide.
Yeah, when she
I
plays
done
up
been-
that deep South Little Rock accent that she doesn't have.
This
Yeah.
this was my favorite Hillary Clinton speech of all time.
Shit.
Yeah. And that was it.
Oh man,
That's all she needed to say.
What? That's the thing is though is like it's all that identitarian shit, right? Right. You got to break
Right.
people down into little
Yeah.
boxes. You gotta identify people by these little boxes. They can't just be fucking Americans, right?
Yeah, exactly,
And-
Zillage.
And that's the thing is like what you're talking about. Guys like Larry Elder doesn't go up there and he doesn't act black. He doesn't act white. He acts like a fucking American.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll tell you about his history. He'll tell you about his life, but he doesn't change to do it. He doesn't go, when I was born a poor black boy in the South.
Well, even
picking
you-
cotton.
You remember all those photo ops that Obama did where he would like change his entire posture depending on who he was talking to?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
And the pitch of his voice.
Oh yeah.
You know, it
Hey,
was
you
like,
ever
it was like
notice-
watching Christopher Reeve and Superman do the thing between Clark Kent and Kal-El, right? It was
It's
Yeah.
exactly
kind of
what it
weird.
was.
Yeah.
And
night
you
day.
could always tell when Obama was not reading from a teleprompter, because that's when he starts stuttering.
Mhm.
That's when you heard how he really spoke.
Yeah. Or he'd start singing spirituals, thinking that would somehow endear him to anyone.
Right.
Or when he starts looking for a Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Mhm.
Well, usually
He
he had his
wasn't
mouth
on a
full when he was.
teleprompter when he called her Mike. When he said, "Oh, me and my wife Michael," or "me and Michael," he wasn't on a teleprompter then either.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, but that fucking guy, man. That guy did so much damage, and he did so by he. I know the term gets used in other spheres for specific things, but in this case, I think chameleon is exactly the right word. Right? He changes to fit his circumstances. Like he changes his demeanor, he changes how he speaks, he changes his cadence, he even changes his wife. You know, he's such a piece of shit. That guy, man, such a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Also, it's fun how for like fucking the last 20 years, everybody conveniently forgot he's only half black.
Yep.
He's half
That
white
doesn't
too, y'all.
matter. That doesn't matter.
How do you think he got that mob money?
He's really actually king of
Now
Africa.
I'll tell you what, and this is a glaring example of people like Mia Zillage having to, and Judge Simpson having to let you people understand what we have to deal with. Because when I see YouTubers like the Quartering, and yeah, I'll say his name, like the Quartering, sitting there saying you guys need to just police your own community. It's like, do you know what you're saying? Not everybody has Judge Simpson's power. Zillage even tell you, you go to one of them and try to straighten them out, and you'll get the bullet that was meant for somebody else.
Yeah.
Have a seat. Have a seat.
Court calls the case of YPF 16 LLC versus Kiera Fleming.
Is the volume supposed to drop out?
I think they.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. David Fink on behalf of plaintiff.
Your name?
Kiera Fleming.
What?
All right. Where are we on this case?
Ms. Fleming has a balance of $4,298.39. She indicates that she mailed the rental assistance form to the court on Wednesday.
She mailed it on Wednesday?
Yeah, I didn't know. I couldn't really hear you, but I thought you said you mailed it in, so I mailed it in.
Well, it needs to be
Proof
at
that
the court by
that I filled out an SIR with my tracking number and everything. I mean, an SER.
I don't have it. So.
Why I sent it in.
Your Honor, I'll leave it up to the court what the court wants to do. I don't think her balance is $4,298.39. She's been on rapid rehousing with SOS paying their portion. She's never made a payment to my client. And I reached out, and from what she has said, so I reached out to SOS to see if they were going to be able to help her with the balance. But she indicated to
Anyway,
me
can I talk? They're not going to be able to help. They're not going to be able to help with balance.
Ma'am. Let him finish, and I will
He's
hear
rude. I don't
from
like.
you. Want to know what?
Rude.
You don't try to overtalk me, because that will never happen.
That's fine.
Am I understood?
Yes.
You know what? I'm going to pass the matter. You go down, check your attitude, and then I'll call your case back up. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Man, you about to piss me off. Come on.
Oh, God.
Keep back talking. You better take that out of here. Oh, don't give me that look. Lee, get her out of my court.
He should have given her
Get her out of my
contempt there
court.
and then.
Court to pass that matter. Court does call the case of
I don't think he did because
YPF
there's
16 LLC versus Nakia Turner.
Your Honor,
I'd put her in contempt right then.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I'll wait for
That just messes up my whole day. Everybody else is going to have a hard time with me now. You know, I was in a good mood, and then it's just going to take one person. It just takes one person to just mess up my whole attitude. You know? Nakia Turner.
Your Honor, I filed an administrative closing on this case. I was able to verify with her bankruptcy attorney that there is a bankruptcy in both their names. And so I gave to.
And I will sign the order for administrative closing.
Great.
Got it.
Why do these people think like these these women think like, oh, by pissing them off, people should be scared. Oh, you're about to piss me off. Who are you? You can be pissed off all
Yeah.
you want. You're in a no control.
That's
Yeah,
that's
you're
because
subject to the court system, not a
it,
participant.
it's not just in court. It's a mentality they're raised with since they're freaking a kid. The whole Black Queen bullshit, right? They're
What's a
told that
threat?
they're they're told that they're freaking special and that they're supposed to be listened to. And if they just get loud, if they just get obnoxious, people listen to them. I remember back when I was working at Target, the loudest person got whatever they wanted. So if they went in there and said that tag was actually wrong, the manager, whoever called over to say, I'm not going to give you that, ridiculously expensive thing for $4.57 because you saw a wrong tag in front. But if it was a black lady and she came in there saying, oh, fuck no, you did, blah, 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 and just screaming and shit, they'd be like, okay, just give it to her. Just give it to her. Just let her have her
get her
way.
out of there.
They don't want to. They don't want to deal with the scene. Here's the thing: is when you say you're about to piss me off, that's a threat.
Yeah.
That is a threat, and the reason I know that it's a threat is because every damn time I've heard it in person in my life, mostly from my dad, a beating followed. Somebody took a beating after that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Of
think
course,
that
when my dad said it, you didn't want to piss him off because he would beat the shit
Well,
out of you.
same thing happens when Amira says it to Larry. You about to piss me off? It means the whooping's coming.
Why am I catching strays? Why am I catching stray bullets here?
because you caught a stray and you put him to work in the fields. I mean, you feed me, yes, but
You're experiencing, Amira. You're experiencing how dudes who are friends relate to each other. This is
Yeah,
a compliment. We give our friends shit.
yeah. I'm trying to
Yep.
be nice here. I'll just ignore you. Let's not talk to the women, boys.
but I will say this though. I think the reason why Judge Simpson did not give her put her in contempt because I've been watching it. He's been nailing people left and right for doing stuff that she was doing. It's because she knew what she was doing, bringing that boy with her up there. Because if he puts her in contempt, now he's got to deal with that little boy. Now he's got it's extra work for him. Now he's got to call social services. He's got to try to find out where the boy can go, and he probably didn't. He probably didn't have the time to deal with any of that.
Well, wait. Contempt doesn't mean jail. Contempt means you're going to get fined. Typically, contempt is
Yeah.
$100 each offense. If you go beyond 3 offenses, after that, the judge is allowed to put you behind bars for
Oh,
contempt
okay.
until you
Well
pay
then,
the
how?
fine.
Well, how about this? She already owes $4,000. Was the court gonna get their money?
Well, that's not really the point. The point is punishment and,
Yeah.
trying to deter the situation. A lot of people do change their minds when they start hearing that they're going to start getting fined, even though they know they're not going to even pay it. But a lot of people do.
Yep.
It's just, part of the
But
process.
but what you were saying, Larry, you're right. He probably was like, what will happen to the boy if I do that? But that happens all the time where they use their kids as crutches. Do you notice that in the videos?
Yeah.
Like a lot of
Yeah.
these videos, you'll see like the lady in the store and he'll say, no, you can't walk out with that. And she'll be like, you stay away from my kid. Why'd you bring your kid here if you're going to freaking try to buy liquor, woman? Like, like
Right. Yeah.
they use their kids as crutches a lot of times too. So that was probably exactly it. She knew that the judge didn't want to freaking have to,
Yeah.
do
Human
whatever
shields.
and then deal with the child and what to do with him. So yeah.
Oh, I just experienced something fun. Just for you guys to, I had to reword it, Obani, my response to you there, because I tried to put it on the StreamYard side and it came back with a red message saying YouTube rejected your comment.
What?
Yeah.
YouTube blocked Obani's
Through
comment?
StreamYard. No, it blocked one of mine through StreamYard,
Really?
through my StreamYard account. Yeah.
Oh, it's done that to me before
Lol.
too. I tried to
So-
put faggot and it didn't allow me.
Yeah.
Amira,
Huh?
you're on somebody else's stream saying a word that can get it taken down.
You're not going to get taken down for that.
It doesn't hit as much as it used
doesn't
to.
hit.
Oh,
I
no.
say it all the time.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah, we know.
Started saying it all the time.
No, you won't get hit for that. You won't get hit.
Well, you don't want to offend Aaron Laura either. And
I'm
speaking of
sorry,
Aaron,
Aaron. I don't
Why is
mean to
she
talk
gay?
about your kind.
has anybody heard or seen from Luke Casley lately? I
Yeah,
need to.
she's still running. She's still running weekly streams with Maggie the Substitutes Teacher. She's still doing her thing. They're pretty busy though.
I need to pop in and say hello. I don't want her to think that we don't care.
So I think honestly, I think she probably got sick of getting offended every time she showed up to one of our chats. And I don't blame
I
her.
don't. I don't know. She surprised me a few times with a few comments.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Aaron, actually, if you have it, if you want to put or if you want to put Luke Cassidy's YouTube link in the chat, that'd be great for anybody else out there who wants to follow her who hasn't.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
but no, just piggybacking on the conversation. Yeah, no, Devil. I've noticed a lot of that, and it really the whole thing is really pushed me to a severe point of frustration. Not frustration because of the whole black fatigue and people in the comments, everybody's comments, because I understand. It's the fact that I see people in the comments, whether it be the quarterings comments or somebody else's, and they're lumping all of us in. So I'm like, so now you're lumping me in with this idiot that I don't even know, and you don't know me, and you're lumping me in a whole bunch of black people that don't even do any of this stuff, and you people are saying that we're all like that, and it burns my rear end that I now have to deal with this, and I don't even do any of that stuff.
Well, I think it was Caucasian Sasquatch on one of our Screaming episodes, wasn't it, Sam? He said that it's not really black fatigue, it's entitlement fatigue.
Yeah.
That's a more accurate way of describing it, I think.
Well,
it's
tell
not
him
as
to go
catchy in the news.
Yeah, tell him to go tell
Yeah.
that to the quartering who is all of a sudden he got a second he got his he has a second channel that it took him a couple of years to fight to get it back because some guys had stole it. But the first thing he did was start posting videos of him having meltdowns about black people. It's the first thing he did. Like I think his first 3 or 4 videos was just solely, and more particular, he said only black men commit all the crimes. He said He literally said black women don't commit any crimes.
That's stupid. That is so stupid.
What was his follow-up video? Blacks, am I right?
Yeah, something like that.
I think. Hey, that's the title of my videos. No, I think it's gone to this point where people are using blacks and using it in the kind of term of like when you say women do this. You're not really talking about all women. You're talking about very segmented part of women. It's just you kind of talk in generalities instead of focusing your
if you're not including
good.
like per capita and statistical analysis and that kind of thing, then yeah, it can get it gets to a point where it sounds very much like you're just making a blanket statement.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, I say the same thing. Like all women are bitches and gold diggers, and I don't mean all. I just not all, but most are.
Yeah.
Well, you would know, Amira. I mean, look. Hey, Devil, you already know this, but hey, you are virtually sitting next to somebody who was a member of a black YouTube channel, and Amira got constantly attacked by black women who were angry about the fact that she was simply there existing. And if she said the sky was blue, they were calling her a racist.
That's true.
Yeah,
That
I
actually
saw
happened
some of
once.
those streams. Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. But like.
So you only say the sky is blue because the white man said the sky is blue. See, that's the problem with the white man. He has
he labeled all the colors. Those are white names.
Indoctrinated us to think that the sky is blue because his eyes are blue. Just because his eyes are blue doesn't make the sky blue.
It's like, bitch, don't you understand how light works?
Today, we were having I made fajitas for the lunch special. I have to do a lunch special every day for the employees. And so I made chicken fajitas, and we were in the elevator going up to the second floor, and one of the guys is all, I can't. He's a black dude. I haven't really talked to him too much, but he's all like, I can't really eat that food. He's all, it's just doesn't settle with my stomach right now. I've gotten like some issues or something like that. And one of the girls is all like, I guess, and she's white. She's an older white lady, and she goes, I guess you could have him whiten up the fajitas for you or something like that. What the fuck's that? Like, I'm gonna put mayonnaise on it or some shit? Like what are you talking about, woman? Like, it was the weirdest conversation to have a white woman look at me and go, he can whiten it up for you. I know.
Holy shit.
Tuna.
So, but it's like what Zillage said earlier in the chat. He says, "What kind of man goes around whining about being a victim all the time?" And to that, I would answer with a generality. Those men are called women.
Yeah.
It's man.
Women with a protruding phallus.
Or just women. It's like they say, if your man doesn't have a beard, you're dating a woman.
Hey, I agree with that one. I agree.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's just, like I said, it's just for me. I was just like, I understand what everybody's saying, but at the same time, it's like you want to shake sense into your people, but even trying it, they're not going to listen, and they're going to turn around and bite you like a rabid animal, And it's hard seeing that every morning when I turn on the TV every morning, and this is why I laughed at the quartering. Every morning when I turn on the TV and I see a black person committing some kind of violence, it's a black female.
Well,
And
that's
fool,
true. Yeah.
This fool literally, with a straight face, looked right at his screen and said, "Only black men are committing all the crimes."
But I think what he meant was that the majority of violent crimes are committed by black men. I don't think he meant, but of course,
No, he actually said, no, he said all crimes committed by black people are black men. He said the black women are not committing any crimes whatsoever. He actually said that. That is
he
almost
sounds
word
like a
for word.
simp. He sounds like a simp. What's he trying to do? Get black girls to like him? Does he have a crush on black girls or something?
I mean, sometimes he's just straight up retarded,
Yeah, that's true. Like, no one, like we've established, he is completely wrong about that. But also, there's a kind of responsibility that black women have, because a lot of the crimes black men do is because of black women, and it happens in all things. I've mentioned before that one time I almost got in a fight with a dude in a bar because I was hanging out, took I think it was 3 or 4 of the girls that we kind of hung out with the group to the bar because they wanted to drink, and I said, I'll be designated driver, no big deal. And they all decided to use me as the shield, and so they all told this drunken Mexican dude, yeah, that's my boyfriend over there. And so he got all pissed because he knew they were full of shit, and
they weren't using you as a shield, dude. They were trying to get you killed.
Yeah. I remember that dude, that one dude who got stabbed by the store owner in New York, and they were trying to arrest the old store owner, the guy, because he defended himself with a knife. The reason that black dude went behind the fucking counter and attacked him was because his girlfriend was pissed that the dude, I think, wouldn't accept her either EBT or wouldn't accept something. And so she went out and got her boyfriend. He went behind the counter to beat up this old guy, and the old guy said, fuck that, and shivved him in the fucking nick. So yeah, I mean,
good.
There's you have to take that into consideration, that some of those times the stupid things guys do is because girls tell them to.
Let's no, we cards on the table, man. Let's be honest. Every stupid thing a man has done throughout history is because of women.
Eminem was right.
I was trying to be nice.
No, like the Trojan War happened because of a woman. The fall from the Garden of Eden happened because of a woman.
I know it.
Samson got cut because of a woman.
I tried offering the apple to Adam, and he said, "No, I'm not stupid." And I said, "Oh, hold on, I know who to talk to."
I ended up on a plantation. I ended up on a plantation because of a woman.
God damn.
But it all brings me back to that song by 3 6 Mafia. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. That's like don't save these women. I mean, not even these women. There are women out there that are worth protecting, but they are far and few between now. I mean, it's rare to find a woman that's worth protecting in today's world. I mean, the majority of them, you don't need to. You don't need to fight another man for her. Don't save her.
No.
Unless it's your daughter and your daughter is a minor.
Yeah.
Fight for them.
Even in Norse mythology, if you go back far enough, the whole enmity between the Aesir and the Vanir and the Jotuns, the giants, was because a giant offered to build Asgard a wall, and part of his asking price was Frigg, the wife of Odin.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Which he was then cheated out of. And the giants and the gods had hated each other ever since. Because of a woman. Now, she didn't do anything besides be really pretty. Same thing
That's
happened
the
with
power of
Helena
that poon,
Troy.
man.
But
That's
yeah,
the power of that poon.
Every stupid decision we make is because of a woman. It's not necessarily their fault that we made those decisions, but we made those decisions because of them.
Yeah.
We still made the decision ultimately, though. So
Yeah.
I don't pass the blame on the women for that. You gotta take responsibility for the actions that you commit. I lost my place.
I need to go hibernate. I have to
Well,
go
we thank.
hibernate.
But thanks for coming by. I know you
Cool.
probably you worked today, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. You probably had a long day. But thank you for coming
I
through.
did actually. I would love to talk to you guys about it, but I don't want
Uh,
to. It'd be
I'll,
kind of long.
I'll, well, I'll give you a call tomorrow. You should be out of your coffin around what 8?
Um, Typically around 11 a.m., 11 or so.
That early? The sun's still out.
Yeah, I know. Well, tomorrow I do have to be a day walker, a light walker, because I need to go uh, be semi-human and get food. So
Yeah. For
I'll have to.
reference.
Well, stay away from the gingers.
Yeah. For
See you
reference,
later, Amira.
11
Have a good
a.m.
night.
her time is like 2 p.m. his time. So
Yeah.
Don't
Don't
worry.
get
We'll
mad
have
at me.
Larry
We love you.
clean up and tidy up before he gets put down for the night.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's I'm thinking about that devil. I really am because he's really been I know he blamed it on somebody else, but I always have to blame it back on him because he's the darky. So I gotta blame it.
Somebody else
Fuck's
putting thoughts in his head about freedoms and
Yeah,
shit like that. We'll put a stop to that. Don't worry, Amir.
seriously, like fenceless yards and stuff. I mean, what is wrong with him?
Freedom.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll talk
Fuck's
to you
sake.
tomorrow, Samael, before I get out of the coffin.
all right. Thanks for
Well,
coming
Bye.
by.
well, with that said, we've hit the hard stop for tonight.
What? Don't do that. Just because I go doesn't mean you guys aren't finished.
Amira, I'm going on Beelzebub tonight, and I don't want to fall asleep halfway into the show.
Oh, because you got a habit of doing that. That's weird.
He falls asleep on
He's
this
got to have
show,
his old
so,
man nap.
We'll have fun on a Bumblebee's show tonight.
Bumblebee's
It's Bumblebee
I'm
too.
sorry, blueberries. Dang, blueberries. Blueberries Club. Go to
Dingleberries.
Blueberries Club. Dingleberries Club. Whatever it is. Good night.
Good night.
No.
It's all love, devil. You said it's love when you do it, right? It's love when I do it too, isn't it?
It's her dingleberries. It's her dingleberries. Devil.
Right.
Good night, Amira.
Oh, I'm gonna have to clip out that shit that you said earlier, and then her response to it, and splice it so it goes short. 'Cause that'd be fucking awful.
I wanted to let her have that. I was gonna start nailing her show name and shit. But I was all, no, I'm just gonna let her do it. Let her have it. Till she got
All
to
right.
the Dingleberry, then it was like, what the fuck?
All right. Well, Devil, let's start with you. Where are you gonna be?
Here in hour over on the pub on my channel. All these guys are gonna be there. So yeah, we're taking everyone over there after party. And then on Wednesdays, over on the hub, we do Make Me a Sandwich. It's been a lot of fun in that show, so check it out. That's it.
Indeed.
All right.
Cool.
Abe.
Yeah, I'll be over on the pub. Then after that, I'll be on the Full Aussie. Then later on, Anime After Dark, over on Tommy's channel on my own. Then I'll be back here with Sam for Screaming Into the Void. Then the next thing I've got after that, I think, on the docket is the Jack and Abe show on Tuesday. Then the Hump Day Chinwag on Wednesday. Then some Stargate streams with the Full Aussie crew again on Thursday. Possibly also Friday. And then I'll be back on Rockefeller Plazas. And that's just the stuff I've got definitely on the docket, but you'll probably see me here and there as always. Just check my Twitter. Abe's going to get you, and you'll find out there wherever I'm going to be next.
Indeed.
Alrighty. I guess I'll go next, and Sam, you can close it. You guys know I'll be on the pub upcoming. I will also be in the chat modding for Amira if she goes on tomorrow, and you can catch me right here next week.
Sweet.
Which, by the way, Devil is our 150th show.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're gonna rock out with our cocks out.
Hell yeah.
I'm not doing that.
I'm gonna put like a little hula hoop on mine so I can helicopter that shit around. It'll be fun.
You say so.
But yeah, definitely what Larry's saying. It's 150th episode next week. Be sure to tune in for that. We're gonna have a good time. You know, let's celebrate with us. So, I don't know. I guess just for my stuff. Again, the pub here in about an hour on Devil's Channel. After that, we have Screaming Into the Void, and we got a lot of shit to talk about. The fact that your gaming mouse is probably a spy device. You know, listening in and recording shit through vibrations and whatnot. We're going to be talking a little bit about the World Economic Forum. We got some stuff involving, Japan's new prime minister. Apparently inhalers, like for asthmatics, are, contributing to global warming at an epic rate. So we'll get into that a little bit. And we have an update on General Barbecue of Haiti. I haven't talked about him in a couple of years. There was one other thing. Oh, yeah, we're going to be getting into Morning Glory Milking Farm. So that'll be fun. Be sure to tune in for that show. And then, after that, if Amir goes live, I'll be over there helping out with that. I think I got to apologize a little bit because last couple of nights I haven't really done any game streams. I've been really tired. And so when I get home and I sit down, you guys are lucky that I stayed awake for this. Because I didn't the last 2 nights. I sat down in my chair and I woke up hours later and went to bed 2 nights in a row. So it's what it is. But we'll probably be doing some more of that next week. And then the 150th episode of Abyssal Musings, man. It's going to be awesome. Show up for that. Thanks for coming. Thanks to Amira for being here, hanging out, dishing as good as she got. And thanks to Devil for starting shit with Amira. Abe, as always, good to see you. Larry, for putting together a show on very short notice, given all the things that were kind of coinciding to sort of make it a perfect shitstorm of inconvenience for him. So thank you for just being awesome about it. And on top of that, and me, because I'm awesome. So thanks, chat, for being here, hanging out, doing all the things. Like, comment, subscribe, throw money at the Cash App, whatever. I don't even care anymore at this point. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. By the way, thank you to all of you for contributing to the ridiculous amount of watch hours on a very small channel. We crossed 4,000 last weekend.
Nice.
So appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Other than that, Have a good night. Could always be worse. Could be raining flaming cobras.
Bye,
Bye,
folks.
everybody.